Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the Ark Summer Shorts. My name's Craig Scott. I am the family ministry leader here at Bethany Church, and I'm so glad you've joined us this morning. Have you had a fun week? Have you done anything exciting? I know I have. I have been at work all week. Oh, that doesn't sound very exciting. But in a couple of weeks, I'm off to Flamingo Land. Get in, going in a caravan, going on the ride. Get in. I can't wait. So I hope you are having a fantastic summer holiday already. Let's get started with today's show. And I'm going to press this big red button here and then run that way. And hopefully I don't get hit by that massive screen that comes down and shows us the video. Are you ready? Here we go. I'm going to kick it. 1, 2, 3. Ah!
A Hall of Fame is a place that honors people that are exceptional at what they do. It exists to remind future generations of the greatness of these people from the past. Did you know that God has a Hall of Fame to remember the extraordinary people of faith who were written about in the Old Testament? And we can find that Hall of Fame in the New Testament of the Bible. Hebrews 11 tells us that faith is the confidence that what we hope for will actually happen. It gives us assurance about things we cannot see. This faith is what gave people in the old days great fame. This faith is what puts them in God's Hall of Fame. By faith, Abel gave his best to God. By faith, Enoch walked with God and was a friend of God. By faith, Noah listened to God, obeyed God, trusted God, and did what's right. It was by faith that Abraham followed God, and that even Sarah, Abraham's wife, believed that God would keep his promise. It was by faith that Isaac promised blessings for the future to his sons, Jacob and Esau. And by faith, Jacob blessed his sons and worshiped God. By faith, Joseph believed that God would guide him and see him through every troubled time. By faith, Moses looked forward to the great reward that God had in store for him and led the people of Israel out of captivity. It was by faith that Rahab was not destroyed with the people in her city who refused to obey God. And it was by faith that Joshua led the people of Israel. All of these people became famous for their faith, yet none of them received all that God had promised. For God has planned something better for us, so that only together with us would they be made perfect. So since God has given us his Hall of Fame of people who have gone before us and had great faith despite hard times, let us run with endurance the race God has set before us. We do this by keeping our eyes on Jesus, the champion who makes our faith perfect, so that one day God may say, "Well done, good and faithful servant," and we may be initiated into his great Hall of Fame.
Well, there you have it. It's another Hall of Fame week, and we're going to be looking at Joseph this week. Now, I've been coming up with my own Hall of Fames for the past 3 weeks. We've had chocolate, we've had ice creams, we've had crisps. Today's the turn of cereals. I love cereal. I could eat it for breakfast, dinner, tea, supper, a light snack, any snack. I don't care. I'll eat cereal. Oh, I could eat it till the cows come home. Why do we say that? Why do we say that, Sid? I don't know. But anyway, I've come up with the Hall of Fame, or my top 10 of cereals. So, roll it! Craig's Hall of Fames cereals. Number 10, we've got Cheerios. Number 9, Sugar Puff, the Honey Monster's gonna get you. Number 8, Crispy Weetabix, they're better than normal Weetabix. Number 7, Lucky Charms, you can only get them in America. 6, Curiously Cinnamon. Number 5, Golden Grahams, lovely. Number 4, they're great, it's Frosties. Number 3, oh, Crunchy Nut Cornflakes, get in my belly. Number 2, Old school Ricicles, can't get them anymore. And number 1, Cocoa Pops, Craig's Hall of Fame. There we have it. Cocoa Pops took the top spot. Oh, I love a bowl of Cocoa Pops. Put the Cocoa Pops in, put the milk in, eat it up, and you're just left with like a chocolate milkshake afterwards. How awesome is that? Ricicles, closely pipped in at number 2. Fantastic, beautiful. It's such a beautiful cereal. I could go on all day talking about cereals, and now I really want a bowl or 2 or 3 or 4, 5. I can't. I've got a show to do. Can't go for cereal. But remember, guys, if you agree or disagree with my top 10, send us a message, let us know. Or if you want to come up with your own top 10, send it in to us. I'd love to see what you would put in your number 1 spot for cereals. Right, we're going to have a song now. So get up, get ready, shake it off, get ready to do some actions. Warm your voice up. La 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 la. I'm ready. Are you ready? Roll it.
Standing small before a giant so big and tall, who'd have thought he could fight it all? But little David won. When I'm scared, just like David, you give me strength, you give me courage to face the day. You're the power in me, strength when I am weak, when I feel little like little David. You're the power in me, when I feel little like little David. You're the power in my slingshot, when all I've got is a slingshot. You're the power in my slingshot, when all I've got is a slingshot.
the faithful Hall of Fame, Joseph. So this is Joseph.
Hey!
You see, Joseph was the son of Israel and Rachel. Israel loved Joseph more than all 12 of his sons. In fact, he made Joseph a coat to show him how much he loved him. When Joseph's brothers saw this, they hated Joseph. One night, Joseph had a dream. When he awoke, Joseph told the dream to his brothers. He said, "Listen to this dream I had. We were gathering grain when suddenly my bundle of grain rose up and all of you bowed to me." This made his brothers hate Joseph even more. And they said, "You're gonna rule over us?" Then Joseph had another dream. And he told it to his brothers and his father. He said, "Listen, I had another dream, and this time the sun and moon and 11 stars were bowing down to me." This time Israel heard the dream and rebuked Joseph, saying, "Will your mother and brothers and I actually come and bow down before you?" The brothers were even more angry when they heard the second dream. Israel, however, decided to think about what Joseph was saying. One day, Joseph's brothers were working when they saw Joseph coming to meet them. One of his brothers mocked him and said, "Here comes the dreamer. Come on now, let's kill him and throw him away to be devoured by a ferocious animal. Then we'll see what comes of his dreams." One of the brothers named Reuben wanted to rescue Joseph, so he said, "Let us not take his life. Instead, throw him in the pit."
Yeah!
So when Joseph came to his brothers,
Hey!
they attacked him. They took the robe their father had given Joseph. They hoisted Joseph up and threw him into the well. Then they saw a group of men from Midian coming towards them. Judah thought it would be a good idea to sell Joseph to these men. So the brothers sold Joseph to the merchants for 20 shekels. The brothers then took the coat of many colors back to their father and made him believe that Joseph had been killed. Israel wept for his son whom he loved. Meanwhile, Joseph was taken as a slave to Egypt to work in the house of a man named Potiphar. For Joseph's story was only just beginning. You see, Joseph was taken to Egypt, and Potiphar, one of the Pharaoh's officials, bought him for his household. God was with Joseph, and he did well in Potiphar's house.
Oh!
Potiphar saw that God made everything Joseph did a success.
Aha!
So he put Joseph in charge of his whole house.
Yeah!
And God blessed Potiphar's house because of this. Potiphar's wife saw how well Joseph was doing in the house, and she wanted to make him do bad things. Joseph ran away from her because he wanted nothing to do with someone who would try to make him do the wrong thing. This made Potiphar's wife angry, and she wanted to be rid of Joseph. So she lied and made Potiphar believe that Joseph had done the bad things that she wanted him to do. Potiphar burned with anger against Joseph and sent him to prison. While Joseph was in prison, again, he did well, and the warden soon made him responsible for all that was done there. God was with Joseph and gave him success in whatever he did. When 2 full years had passed, Pharaoh was having unsettling dreams. Pharaoh did not understand his dreams, so he sent for Joseph.
Hey.
Pharaoh asked Joseph to tell him the meaning of his dreams. With God's help, Joseph told Pharaoh that the dreams told of what could come in the future, and he explained all the dreams to the Pharaoh. Pharaoh believed that what Joseph was saying was true. He trusted Joseph as a wise man, and he put him in charge of the land of Egypt, of Pharaoh's palace, and of all his people. He helped Egypt thrive during 7 years of abundance, and then he was prepared for 7 years of famine because God had helped Joseph to understand the Pharaoh's dreams about what would happen to Egypt. Now during this time, Joseph's brothers came to seek his help, and after testing them, Joseph told them who he was, and he forgave his brothers for all the trouble they had put him through. But Joseph had not seen his father for many years.
Aw, hey.
So he sent for Israel and his brothers' families. Together they all traveled to the land of Egypt, where Joseph would provide for them in the famine. Pharaoh allowed Joseph and all his brothers to settle in one of the best parts of Egypt. And finally, Joseph was reunited with his father. Joseph lived 110 years and saw 3 generations of his family flourish in the land. Before Joseph died, he told his brothers of the future of Egypt. He told them of the exodus that would take place, meaning that they would all return to the promised land of their father Israel, his father Isaac, and his father Abraham. He made his brothers promise that when they left the land of Egypt, they would take his bones with them and bury them in the promised land. Joseph always lived with hope that God would deliver him and his people. Though many people meant to show him harm throughout his life, God meant it all for good, so that many people should live because of his faith.
No wonder Joseph was in the Faithful Hall of Fame. He had a pretty rubbish life at the start. Well, not at the start. He was his father's favourite son. Then he was sold by his brothers because they were jealous of him, and he got sold into slavery. Then bad things happened, and he was lied about, and he got put in prison. And you know what? By that time, I probably would have been down in the dumps. I probably would have been saying, oh, why me? Why me all the time? What have I done to deserve this? But you know what? Joseph was faithful throughout. And you know what I noticed? Whenever a bad thing happened, he still made the best of it. He still was the best person at cleaning, best person at looking after stuff. He was the best person throughout it, and God was faithful to him. He wasn't down in the dumps. He was out there. He was being the best person he could be in the worst situations, and he was faithful to God. And like I've said a few times in these past Ark Summer Shorts, when you're faithful to God, God's faithful to you, and he shows you. You might think, oh, it's me, it's always me, I'm down in the dumps, nothing's going right in my life. But you know what, if you're faithful, God has a plan for you. We've been learning about that in the main service. God's got a plan. We just need to hold on to that and get through it, and God has a plan for us at the end as well. So we might be going through rubbish, but God's got a plan at the end. We just don't know it yet. And look what happened with Joseph. He became one of the most powerful men in all of Egypt. And again, it was because he was faithful to God, and God was faithful to him. So let's find out what it says in Hebrews about Joseph. Now, it doesn't go into loads about him, the full story, the court, the prison, the this, the that. This is more about the later years. And it says, by faith, Joseph, when his end was near, spoke about the escape from Egypt and gave instructions about his bones. Hebrews 11 verse 22. Wow. Okay. So, we need to come up with some actions for that. Now, this could be a lot of running around. So, by faith, Joseph. So I'm going to point to the screen. There's got to be someone called Joseph or Joe out there. So, Joseph! When his end was near. Just go. So, by faith, Joseph, when his end was near, spoke about the escape from Egypt and gave instructions about his bones. Like a skeleton. Oh, I've remembered one about Egypt. We'll do the walk like an Egyptian. So about the escape from Egypt and gave instructions about his bones. Hebrews 11 verse 22. Nice. Right, let's put that all together. So by faith, Joseph, when his end was near, spoke about the escape from Egypt and gave instructions about his bones. Hebrews 11 verse 22. Nice, nice. Give them a go at home. Let's do it how we've done it loud, we've done it quiet, we've done it crazy. Ooh, how can we do it this week? How can we do it this week? Let's do it nice and relaxed, as if we're on a beach somewhere. We're dreaming of being on a beach. So we're in our summer top, got the shorts on, we're ready, we're relaxing on the beach. So here we go. By faith, Joseph, when his end was near, spoke about the escape from Egypt and gave instructions about his bones. Hebrews 11 verse 22. Oh, got a little bit too relaxed there. Shall we do it loud? Yeah, we'll do it loud. Come on then. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. By faith, Joseph, when his end was near, spoke about the escape from Egypt and gave instructions about his bones. Hebrews 11 verse 22. Nice, nice. Well, guys, remember, take that away, learn it. If you want to, you can even video yourself doing it and send it in to us. We'd love to see it. Right, who's ready for a song? I know I am. Get up on your feet, get ready to do the actions. Oh, roll it.
Na
And there we have it, guys. That's everything for today. I hope you've had a fantastic time with us. Remember, if you agree or disagree with my top 10 or Hall of Fame serial edition, send in your suggestions for your number 1 spot, your number 2 spot, or all top 10. Or if you've got a suggestion for a Hall of Fame for me to do in the next 2 weeks, please let me know as well. Okay, it's time to do the prayer, Jill, as I'm going to pray for us. So shake it out like that, shake it up like that, shake it up like that, shake it out. 1, 2, 3. Father God, thank you so much for everybody watching online, and we thank you for the story we heard today about Joseph. We thank you that throughout his life, he was so faithful to you, God. No matter what happened to him, he was so faithful. So help us as we go about our days and weeks and our lives, that even if we feel like everything's against us, that if we put our faith in you, Lord, and we do the best for you, Lord, that we know that you will be there for us. We thank you. We love you. Amen. Whew. Whew. Right, guys, I'm off. Get some cereal. Oh, I can't wait. But remember, be good, be safe, and wash your hands. Ta-ra!